Monk Mode Gang. You know what's going on. Listen, bro. And I got the coffee. So how they like me now? Listen, they said I'm not black enough, so I got the coffee. Listen, at the end of the day, energy is energy. At the end of the day, listen, we on a generational run. So if they want to call us not black, listen, I guess it's just because we on a generational run and we not like them. You know when the guy Kendrick Lamar said they not like us. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not like them. I'm not like those guys. I repeat, I'm not like those guys. At the end of the day, listen. When are you guys gonna give up the ghost and get inside of the double R ghost? I repeat, when are you guys gonna give up the ghost and get inside of a double R ghost? See, what happens is men all over the world, they're chasing women. And we're going to call women the ghost. Because before you have the Rolls Royce, listen, you're just going to get disrespected. So listen, that void, men are trying to fill the void. Listen, you guys are filling voids with ghosts. Yes, I repeat, you guys are filling voids with ghosts. These women, listen, leave these women alone. Leave these women for the big dogs. Listen, when I'm talking about the big dogs, I mean the big dogs. Listen, the billionaires. If you're not a billionaire in America, listen, give up the ghost and get inside of the double R ghost. I repeat, if you're not a billionaire in America, give up the ghost and get inside the double R ghost. It's not that hard. All you have to do is sacrifice the ghost. I repeat, all you have to do is sacrifice the ghost. And this is not voodoo. This is not hoodoo. At the end of the day, when I'm talking about sacrificing a ghost is, listen, the ghost is women. You're in DMs texting women, hey, ooh, you look good. How's your day going today? Good morning, beautiful. At the end of the day, listen, these women on social media are not your wives. At the end of the day, listen, if you don't meet her in real life, it's not going to work out. At the end of the day, if you meet her through social media, it's not going to work out. At the end of the day, you have to give up the ghost. Stop playing with your life. Take life seriously. Get some buys and tries and get inside the double R ghost. At the end of the day, you can get inside the double R ghost if you get rid of the ghost. You guys are getting ghosted by women. You guys are learning AMS texting tactics. You guys are learning texting tactics. At the end of the day, listen, when you guys are texting a woman, you're texting a ghost. I repeat, when you guys are texting a woman, you're texting a ghost. Because when people like to say LOL, are they really laughing? So listen, you're talking to a ghost. You're not talking to her. You're talking to a ghost. She didn't really laugh. She just told you LOL. Listen, at the end of the day, that's not the real her. Text messaging and DMing, that's not the real them. At the end of the day, listen, if it's not business through social media, I don't text anybody back. I don't care, family, old friends from high school. At the end of the day, I'm not texting anybody back. Listen, I moved 2 states on everybody I know. At the end of the day, listen, nobody besides my immediate family, my mother, father, and my brother, at the end of the day, those are the only people that are gonna say, yeah, I knew him and he rides a Ferrari. At the end of the day, listen, old friends, they're not gonna know anything. At the end of the day, listen, they don't know me. So now when old friends from high school say that they knew me, whenever I blow up, at the end of the day, listen, I don't know these people. At the end of the day, I'm not going to blow up like Lil Durk, get the mansion like James Harden, and allow family members to come to my mansion. At the end of the day, listen, don't invite jealous people to your house. Your house is home sweet home. I repeat, your house, your mansion, your penthouse is home sweet home. If that's not a real estate investor, listen, why are they at your house? If it's not your dog, your animal, your wife, and your children, not stepchildren, your children, why are they at your house? Why do they know where you live at? You see what happens when guys do anything for the fame. Listen, James Harden allowed his family member to come to the mansion. Listen, rule number 1, never let anybody come around stuff that they can't afford. If you have a mansion, don't bring people who don't have a mansion to your mansion. They want what you have. So listen, if you bring somebody who doesn't have a mansion to a mansion, listen, you're 30 minutes away from us getting sued. Listen, all they gotta do, they're one slip away from suing you. At the end of the day, listen, people need to realize humans are not cool. I repeat, humans are not cool. I'm teaching survival. These dudes don't want you in a Lambo. They're teaching you to depend on AMS. Red Pill is teaching you to depend on them. Depend on their game. So listen, all of you guys who are taking AMS advice and Steph is so cold advice, you're going to go through the same results as those guys. You're taking their advice. Instead of getting rid of the ghosts, stop believing in the ghosts and get inside the double R ghosts. They want to text women high interest versus low interest. Listen, screw high interest and screw low interest. If she has high interest in you and she's blowing your phone up and you don't have the double R and you've never had a C8 Corvette before, how could you vet a woman if you don't have a C8 Corvette? It doesn't make sense. They want us to vet women living at home with our parents. At the end of the day, if you're living at home with your parents and you don't have a mansion, even if you do have your own place, it's not the mansion. This is a first world country. I repeat, this is a first world country. This is not a third world country where you could just wake up and get all the chicks. No, it doesn't work like that. And if you do get all the chicks, listen, in a first world country, free cat is dangerous. I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100 with you guys. In America, free cat in a first world country is dangerous. Listen, if you burn and pee the next morning, that's because it was free. At the end of the day, listen, you might as well spend your hard-earned money on a Rolls Royce and make that money double and triple back towards you. The Rolls Royce is in your best interest in a first world country, not the bubble butt. The bubble butt, the BBL is not your best interest in a first world country. In a first world country, the Corvette C8 is your friend. The Rolls Royce is your friend. The Lambo SVJ is your friend. The Lambo Urus is your friend. You can trust those things. They're your friends. You can put full trust in those things. They're your friends. You put trust in a woman from a first world country, you'll hate women. Because a lot of guys, and I'm going to say this for another video, but they can't see women as wolves. Once you start seeing women as female wolves, you'll know how to deal with them. Listen, you'll keep things short. At the end of the day, besides being respectful and showing manners, like a real man, these dudes are trying to get in women's panties. And what happens when you get in a woman's panties raw? 9 months later, a baby that you guys cannot afford. Listen, this is the reason most men cannot drive the Ghost. They can't drive the double R Ghost because they keep getting ghosted. At the end of the day, listen, when they had that baby 9 months later, the guy is gonna ghost the woman. So listen, they're ghosting each other. Men and women are ghosting each other. And as long as they keep ghosting, they'll never get the double R ghost. If you had the double R ghost, you could have had a family and you wouldn't need the ghost because you can afford it. But if you can't afford a double R ghost, it shows that you can't afford a family. Listen, a family costs more than a Lamborghini. A family costs more than a Rolls Royce. If you can't afford a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini or a $5 million mansion, listen, at the end of the day, give up all intercourse. Give up all sex. Listen, if men give up intercourse and sex, they'll walk around looking like something. Because they having too much sex, they can't walk around looking like this. You have to be on edge at all times. See, listen, monk mode and retaining your seed, it gives you 100% edge. You get 100% aggression, so you're always aggressive. How are you going to get big buys and tries if you don't have no level of aggression? Because you keep releasing. It's just keep relaxing you. So when you keep releasing, you're in a relaxed state. But how are you going to come from broken homes to get the double R if you have no aggression? You need your aggression in life. You need that edge. That's the energy. Listen, I don't need coffee, but whenever I drink coffee, it even doubles the energy that I already have from semen retention. So at the end of the day, listen, the reason we're going 7 to 10 years of semen retention and retaining our seed with 0 relapses is because we're trying to get the double R. And we're gonna get the double R. We're not just trying to get the double R, we're gonna get the double R. And 7 to 10 years from now, come on, let's be for real. We're hopping out of the double R and we're gonna look better than this. We're gonna look even better. They think, listen, a lot of dudes, they'll get to this right here and then they'll stop working out. They think they got it all. They think they got it all. At the end of the day, we only getting bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger, looking like a gorilla. Listen, we trying to get to 250 pounds all muscle if it's possible, genetically wise. We're reaching a genetic jackpot. And we stepping out of the jackpot, aka the Ferrari, aka the Lambo Urus, aka the C8 Corvette. We stepping out the jackpot. Listen, at the end of the day, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. You have to stop entertaining the ghost, aka women, aka women's DMs, aka Snapchat DMs, aka seeing a woman on Instagram or social media and then DMing her. That's the ghost. You're just preparing to get ghosted. This is a first world country. You're preparing to get ghosted. You guys don't have a Rolls Royce. You guys don't have a $5 million mansion. You're preparing to get ghosted. You can't afford 100%. You can't afford to spend 100%. So listen, you guys are just preparing to get ghosted. If you can't afford 100%, instead of getting bitter at women, why don't you just get the double R? Why don't you get the double R ghost? That ghost will not ghost you. You'll actually be inside of the ghost. It won't ghost you. Listen, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.